our drivers, Alain Prost of France and the great Niki Lauda, have won no fewer than 5 of the races so far, and Prost, in his bid to become the first Frenchman ever to win the World Championship, has a 10.5-point lead at the top of the table. And so I asked McLaren team director Ron Dennis just how this dominance had been achieved.
Well, I'd like to think that what we're looking at now is the result of a lot of hard work on the part of my partner John Barnard, who's the designer of the car, his engineering staff, and our philosophy of hard R&D before the car's built. A great deal of effort on the part of TAG and Porsche to make the engine very competitive.
We had a very good car at the beginning of the year, but I think our car now is much more competitive, and all the team, everybody is working in the same direction, the same way, and we improve the car so well that we are competitive all the time. But I think we have a good, very good engine. The Tag Porsche engine is very good. But the fuel consumption is okay. Is one of the best, and I would say the best at the moment. And we have the best tires. Michelin tires are very good everywhere, even when it's wet, like Monaco, for example. And I think everything is okay. Everything is perfect. So I would say we have the best car at the moment, and the best team, and the best organization.
We talked to people. We visited the BMW facility. We looked at the Hart engine, and really when it came down to a decision, we decided that what it was going to need for 84 and 85 was a purpose-made Formula 1 engine, and it was for that reason that we invested in this program with TAG.
How important is the part that Tag and Mansour Ogier and his Technique d'Avant-Garde company have played in this?
An extremely important role, as they now own the world rights to the engine, and there was obviously a huge investment required, and that investment had to be based on virtually a paperwork engine, a concept, an idea and a philosophy, and takes a lot of business bravo to get in and risk that sort of investment, and I think it's paid off for them and for us with the engine and all the other people associated with the program.
We worked very hard last year. We basically lost all last year's season to develop this engine and the car. And I think the success today makes the combination really between the Tag engine, the McLaren chassis and the tires.
We evolved what we consider to be a very good monocoque, which was the first of what you see as being the norm now in Formula 1, that is graphite chassis, and it performs very well. Yeah.
So we've talked about the engine, we've talked about the car. What about the two men who are driving it, Mr. Prost and Mr. Lauda?
Well, I suppose they're not too bad. They're certainly expensive, and if performance is related to cost, then I suppose they're doing a pretty good job.
Ron, you've got the problem that every Grand Prix manager would like. You've got two men at the top of the World Championship now. When do team instructions come into play?
If ever, only when one of the drivers is in a position that he can't win the World Championship. And then I think, to be quite honest with you, it would be totally unnecessary for me to issue any instructions, because they're both professionals, and if one can win and the other can't, I think you'll find that between them they'll sort out the situation and hopefully give the team the best result, because they're a part of a team, and we're here to win the World Championship, win Grand Prix, and they're more than aware of that fact. We come to every Grand Prix and do our best, and hopefully our best will continue to be good enough. If not, then maybe the odd second and third won't be too bad. I'm a great believer in ambition, and obviously it's always been my ambition to be successful in, as with anybody, in whatever you do, you want to be successful in it, and obviously it's a very pleasant feeling, but we haven't won the World Championship. We're under no illusions. I think everybody in the team, including myself, has their feet firmly on the ground, and we just continue to do our best. If we win the World Championship, then maybe I'll allow myself the luxury of feeling some pleasure.
I suppose you could call Ron Dennis quietly confident. Well, he ought to be. Alain Prost is on the front row, but they're going to face one heck of a battle from Lotus, from Brabham, from Ferrari. And I wonder if Jackie Stewart thinks whether or not Alain Prost can score his 4th victory. Jackie?
Well, Barry, thank you very much. Winning 4 on the trot's not very easy. I was never able to do it. I won quite a few 3 Grand Prix back-to-back. Jochen Rindt, in fact, was able to win 4 back-to-back, but it's a rarity nowadays. I think when I see Ron Dennis talking about his drivers in that way, I know they're expensive, but I think he's got the 2 best drivers in the business today. Niki Lauda, who's enormously experienced, and Alan Prost, who's bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, very hungry, very ambitious, and has never won the World Championship, and really has been the bridesmaid now for 3 or 4 years. The other drivers and the other cars in this field, however, shouldn't be forgotten, because we do have some amazing talent available. This is becoming more and more professional every year. People like Brabham, Williams, of course, have now got a Honda engine. And it's interesting, I think, when we address the subject, there are now 6 major car manufacturers involved in Grand Prix racing. You've got Ferrari, you've got Porsche, you've got Renault, you've got Alfa Romeo, you've got BMW, and you've got Honda. All of them interested in projecting their good name around the world. And then, of course, you've got the Ford engine in there also. So really, it's quite an interesting combination of the large